Welcome to my full in-depth guide of the world of mechanical keyboards. What is the difference between mechanical keyboards and regular keyboards? Most regular keyboards are rubber domes, and rubber domes are a type of mechanism that is a rubber plastic sheet, and when you press down on the keycap, the rubber domes connect an electrical switch that sends a signal to the computer where it prints out the key. In mechanical keyboards, there's an actual switch mounted on the PCB or on a metal plate. The pros of a rubber dome keyboard are that they're cheap and easily to find. The cons of a rubber dome keyboard are they have a mushy feeling and they're generally poor quality. Now let's talk about mechanical keyboards. Mechanical keyboards are a older technology, but sometimes some things do not need to be replaced even if they're older. The pros of the mechanical keyboard is longer lifespan, better durability, and better feel. The cons are the price and availability. Is it worth getting a mechanical keyboard? In the short answer, yes, but it really depends on who you are and what you do on your computer. I'll go more in depth further on. Now, let's talk about the different types of mechanical switches. Let's talk about the most popular and also considered by many the highest quality switch, Cherry MX. ZF Electronics have been founded in 1963 and they manufacture a huge range of products. Most popular thing that they have is the Cherry MX switch. Cherry MX switches are referred by the color of the stem, the piece that holds the keycap. Now, the first one on the list is linear section. Linear means there's no tactile bump and they have a linear feel. There's only two on the list, which is Cherry MX Black and Cherry MX Red. Cherry MX Red is one of the most popular and is also one of the lightest switch out there as it's rated at 45 CN force. Cherry MX Blacks are similar concept, but they have a harder spring which is rated at 60 CN. Next, we got tactile non-clicky. These switches are quieter than the clicky versions but still have the tactile feel that almost everybody likes. Those two are Cherry MX Browns and Cherry MX Clears. Cherry MX Browns are a light switch rated at 45 CN force. The tactile force required is 55 CN. Cherry MX Clears are a heavy version of Browns rated at 55 CN and the tactile force is 65 CN. Next, we got tactile and clicky. What everybody associates mechanical keyboards when they first hear them. Cherry MX Blue, Cherry MX Green, and Cherry MX White. The first one on the list is Cherry MX Blue. There are 50 CN force and the tactile force is 60 CN force. And the next one, we got Cherry MX Greens. These are rare nowadays because how heavy these are. The force on them is 70 CN and the tactile force is 80 CN. These are by far the heaviest Cherry MX switches out there. Lastly, we have Cherry MX Whites. Another super rare switch, but these are unique. These don't really have a click sound, it's more of a fake click sound. It's hard to explain, you really need to hear them in person and honestly to describe them. Links are down below. These are rated for 50 CN and the tactile force is 60 CN. The four most popular Cherry MX switches are blue, red, black, and brown. You'll find these four most common in today's mechanical keyboards. And by the way, there's no perfect switch. The only perfect switch is for you. So debating on which one's better is kind of pointless. So, in short, it's subjective. Now, all Cherry MX switches are rated at 50 million keystrokes, while most rubber domes are rated for 1 million. Now let's talk about Kale switches. Recently, Cherry MX patent has expired, so many companies can use a Cherry MX design. A Chinese company called Kale is a competitor to Cherry MX. The quality of the switches is not as high, but are often cheaper than Cherry MX switches. If you're in a budget, Kale switches is not a bad choice. Another switch made by Kale is the Razer switch. As you guys might have heard, a gaming company called Razer has started using this new switch from Kale called Razer Mechanical Switches. The benefit of the switch is a higher acceleration point, which means better double tapping and faster keystrokes. They have two types of Razer switches, and those are Razer Greens and Razer Oranges. Razer Greens are basically Cherry MX Blues. They're not the same thing as Cherry MX Green switches, so don't get mixed up. Razer Orange is basically Cherry MX Brown switches. Go up if you forgot. Would I recommend these switches? I can't say. This is mostly on your call as I never trusted Razer, as some have bad experiences, some having great experience. For me, I had a bad experience, so it's really on you if you want to get a Razer switch. Now, another benefit of mechanical keyboards is lighting. All Cherry Mix switches and most other switches can have individual LEDs. This is great if you want to have lighting when you're at night and your computer, And here is some videos of backlighting on my 2 mechanical keyboards. Now, some of you guys might be saying why a few keys don't light up on my keyboard, and that's because my Ducky Shine 3, the LEDs have burnt out and because of static discharge, a common problem in Cherry Mix switches. The new Cherry Mix RGB switch has fixed this problem. Wait, before you panic, the only difference between Cherry Mix and Cherry Mix RGB is the LED inside the plastic housing inside of it. Links are down in the description below if you want to see some better pictures and more in depth. Remember, if you want to skip forward, click on annotations. But wait, what about toper switches? Toper switches are a combination of rubber dome switches and mechanical switch. It's a rubber dome with a spring inside of it. This creates a nice smooth feeling. I never personally used a toper switch, but one day I want to try them out. The question is still on the table though. Should you get a mechanical keyboard? So here's all the different uses, and whoever you are, you can kind of, put yourself in there. So if you're a typist. If you're a typist, then say yes. You will thank me later and you'll be typing away. It's definitely worth it if you type a lot on your computer. General user. If you're on a computer around an hour a day, then it might not be really worth it for you. If you're on the computer for 3 to 4 hours, then do it. You won't regret it. Media. If you have a computer attached to your TV and that's the only time you really use a keyboard, then it's honestly not for you. The difference is just not worth paying for. Programmer. If you're a programmer, then why don't you have one already? Go get one, come on. Common myths of mechanical switches. Cherry Mix blank is not good for gaming. Any switch is good for gaming, including rubber domes. Yes, rubber domes. I use Cherry Mix greens, which are considered the heaviest Cherry Mix switch, and I love it. Cherry MX blank is better than Cherry MX blank. As I said before, the perfect switch is subjective. Now, let's talk about my daily experience. I use a computer a lot, and it's summer now, and I think I'm going to be on the computer even more since it's vacation. Now here's some of the things I use my keyboard for. Programming. I love to program, and I would say using a mechanical keyboard is 100% more worth for programming. Gaming. Don't believe anybody who says that certain switch is bad for gaming. I'm using a switch that's considered one of the worst Cherry Mix switch to game on, and yes, I'm doing just fine. Here are some of my clips of me playing games with it. General use. Yes, I use my keyboard for general use, and I still think it's worth it. Now let's talk about price. The general price of a mechanical keyboard is around $100. Yes, I do agree that's expensive for most, including myself, but the fact is the mechanical keyboard can last many years, which makes it really worth it to most people. Honestly, you can find a good mechanical keyboard as low as $80. Links are down in the description. Brands. Here are some of the brands you can get a mechanical keyboard from. Cooler Master, Ducky, Razer, Corsair, Roccat, Keyboard Paradise, Vortex, Max Keyboards, and Steelseries. And there's many more. Same thing with Logitech also. Don't forget Logitech. Now, a few people know about the Logitech Roamer G switch that has just been released. I have used it in the past, and it really makes... It's really a weird experience. It feels very similar to Cherry Mix Brown, but however, The features of them is 25% faster than Cherry MX switches in actuation time, 70 million keystrokes compared to 50 million keystrokes in Cherry MX, and a better lighting system. But is there any cons, you might say? Yes, there's actually a few. Now, many people like to customize their keyboards with custom keycaps. Most custom keycaps are designed for Cherry MX stems. Logitech Roamer G switches, however, cannot use normal Cherry MX keycaps since it has a different version of holding the keycap, basically. So, it's not really a really huge problem for most, unless the keycaps are really bad that you got on your keyboard, and that's a problem. Many people are saying the keycaps on the Logitech Roamer G keyboard is painful to use. Now, we are getting to the end of the video, but before you go, if you have any questions, ask down below in the comment section, and I'll be happy to help you. If you also have any feedback, any videos that you want to see by me, go right ahead, comment down below. Now, I worked hard for this video, so if you want to leave down a like down below, and a subscribe if you want to see more good content from me. A general video about mechanical keyboards is coming soon, for anybody who wants to know about them without all the tech specs that I have said. And it's also going to be a shorter video. So before I go, I'm probably missed something, so all of the things I said today will be down in the description if you're more curious. And also, if you're still curious, head down to r/mechanical keyboards on Reddit. It's honestly an amazing community there. You can ask questions and see what other keyboard people own. And there's like a getting started guide basically. And also, if you want a place to buy mechanical keyboards, I recommend Amazon and mechanicalkeyboards.com. Those two sites are just amazing. So guys, peace.